नमस्कार साथियों, मैं डॉक्टर लोकेश भाटिया स्वागत करता हूं आपका लोक टॉक्स चैनल पर। साथियों, पिछले दिनों मैंने वीडियो बनाया था, उसी के तारतम्य में आज एक सीक्वेंशियल वीडियो कह सकते हैं। हालांकि वो मैंने एक लास्ट ईयर बनाया था, बट काफ़ी कुछ प्रश्न लोगों से पर्सनल इंटरेक्शंस पर ये आए हैं कि और भी इस दिशा में लोगों को सीखने की आवश्यकता महसूस होती है। तो मैं अपने ऑडियंस, अपने सुनने वाले, देखने वालों से आज उसी वीडियो के तारतम्य में फिर से कनेक्ट हो रहा हूँ। और वो वीडियो था टेम्पलेट ऑन डिसीजन मेकिंग, दैट वाज ऑन SWOT एनालिसिस, हाउ टू अप्लाई SWOT analysis in your own personal development. SWOT means strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. आज हम इसी सिलसिले में हम चर्चा करेंगे आपसे सेल्फ अवेयरनेस के बारे में। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस अगर आपने डेवलप करनी है तो अपने आप के बारे में आपको जानना बेहद ज़रूरी है, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस होना बेहद ज़रूरी है। और आइए समझते हैं ये सेल्फ अवेयरनेस विच इज़ कॉल्ड द फर्स्ट कंपोनेंट टू डेवलप इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, ये क्या है, इसके बारे में समझते हैं।
Hello friends, Namaskar. Welcome to Lok Talks for professional medical guidance, for spirituality and meditation, life coaching, personality development, and travelogues. Thank you very much to be a part of my online YouTube family. Thank you very much. I welcome to you all. Thank you.
So the self-awareness means having a deep understanding of one's thoughts, emotions, drives and needs. And the most important, what are your own strengths? Unless you know your own strengths, you will not be able to make out what you need to work on more. Unless you know your weaknesses, how can you work out on those weaknesses to convert them into strengths? So, people with strong self-awareness are neither overly critical nor unrealistically hopeful. Rather, they are honest with themselves and with others. People who have high degree of self-awareness recognize how their feelings affect them, how their feelings affect other people and their job performance. Thus, a self-aware person who knows that tight deadlines brings out the worst in him, plans his time carefully and gets his work done well in advance. So, self-awareness extends to a person's understanding of his own or her own values and goals. Someone who is highly self-aware knows where he is headed and why. So, for example, if somebody who is not self-aware, he will be tempted to opt for a job which is not in alignment with his long-term goals. He will be often be tempted for the financial reasons and will land up in a job which is not he is passionate for, and he will be struggling every day. So, unless you have that self awareness, what are your long term goals, what are your passions, what you get hit of working from inside, that is only going to bring you a great personality out of you, a great desire, a great strength within you. So, how can one recognize self awareness? First and foremost, it shows itself as candor and an ability to assess yourself realistically. People with high self awareness are able to speak accurately and openly, although not necessarily effusively or confessionally, about their emotions and impact they have on their work. So, the self awareness can also be identified during performance reviews. Self aware people know and are comfortable talking about their limitations and strengths, and they often demonstrate a thirst for constructive criticism. By contrast, people with low self esteem or low self awareness interpret messages that they need to improve as a threat or a sign of failure. So, the self aware people are comfortable talking about their limitations and strengths. Self aware people can also recognize their self confidence. They have a firm grasp of their capabilities and are less likely to set themselves up to fail. For example, overstretching on assignments. They know when to ask for any kind of help if they ever need, or any risk they are taking. If ever they will be taking any risk, they will be taking a very calculated risk. They won't ask for challenges that they know they can't handle alone. They will play to their strengths. Despite the value of having, so what distinguishes a great leader from merely a good one? Is it their ability to handle people, or is it their IQ? Is it their intelligence quotients? No, it is their EQ. It is their emotional quotient. And the most important emotional intelligence skills are self awareness, knowing one's strengths, weaknesses, drives, needs, values, and their impact on others. So the second emotional intelligence skills is self-directing or self-regulating. Without anybody telling them, they know what should be done in a better manner. So they are so strongly aware about their thought process and they know how to regulate and monitor themselves that they are able to redirect disruptive impulses and their moods. The third is motivation. Motivation means relishing achievements for its own sake. Fourth most important concept of humanities is empathy. One's ability to put oneself in somebody else's shoe. Stronger is your empathy, more you are self-aware. So this is very important emotional intelligence skills. And fifth is a social skill, ability to handle people. Building rapport with others to move them in directions one desires, or in the desired direction. It's very important to develop a right kind of rapport. I'll share with you one example. In 1980s, precisely it was 83, 84. I had an opportunity to attend a NCC camp, and in that camp I was holding very high rank, and my teammates were meeting me for the first time, and those all were quite strong bodily, mentally, and they were really, I was finding really tough to handle them. And I was holding a very high rank, so I was supposed to take work out of them, being a leader of their troop, of their team. So, to organize your own tent in that camp and everything, get it done, was really getting tough for me. Dear friends, it took me only 2 days' time to develop a fantastic rapport with each of them and to get the things done with them. So, developing a good rapport is the fundamental thing. Your social skills are very, very important. You may not be able to handle everyone with the same formula. You will have to look at what a person is looking for and how he can be handled. It won't be that easy, but if you work on your social skills, you will be able to do it. So, to repeat, 5 skills for emotional intelligent people: social self-awareness, number 1. 2, self-directing or self-monitoring. 3rd is motivation. 4th is empathy. And 5th is social skills, building rapport with others to move them in the desired directions. So, dear friends, try to inculcate these 5 skills: self-awareness, self-motivation or self-regulation, to motivate yourself and to motivate others, to stay motivated, empathy, and social skills. Right? These are all the skills with which we are born with. But definitely by pursuance, by practicing, and by learning also, we can strengthen each one of these. So, my dear friends, I hope you like the content of this talk, and if you liked it, click on the like button, share it with your friends. Do pursue these things what I have talked about to attain a greater success in your professional life with your professional colleagues, and so that you will be able to lead a more successful professional career. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you. Do share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe Lok Talks channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you very much.